data pack for it.
Possibly.
Can you check, like right now? While we're on my screen. And I'm actually just going to plug the headphones in to my phone. Never mind, they don't fit.
Oh. Wait,
because,
what?
No, because I have the case on.
Oh. Oh,
I also can't hear sound from my computer because I think
It's going through the Elgato.
We can switch that if you change the.
Yeah, just change your audio. Like, just change your audio settings?
Speaker setup? Sound setting? Oh, how do I change them?
Hold on, stream. We're checking audio quality.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. What is the name of your speaker? Is it speakers Realtek Audio?
Yeah.
That's what it usually is, right? Is that just like a Windows thing?
Mine still muted. Actually, I'm dumb, and I should actually play something. That makes a lot of sense.
Else.
Wait a minute. Why is this not? Wait, now I'm double confused.
What?
This is on monitor and output. Oh, I'm triple stupid. That's on desktop audio, not the microphone. I was.
Okay. Is the mic on now?
Yeah, it's on.
That one's a snowball?
Yes. Okay, wait. I need to check the audio properly. Okay, I think we're good now. So Lily, can you talk?
Hello.
One more time.
Yellow, hello.
William.
What? What did you say?
Again.
Are you asking me to say something or something? You really should be more articulate, Carlo. I think you should really explain what you're trying to tell me.
Okay, you guys are actually really quiet. I think I will just use. Oh, never mind.
I'm not even mumbling now.
You know, I'm just gonna amplify it by like 10 decibels.
It's kind of a.
I keep going.
Is there a lot of noise on there? Or?
No, it's actually just you. Everyone is really quiet.
Well, like we wanted to get into like the yellow, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can do it because I'm close, but like.
Like I'm even enunciating right now.
Okay. Okay, Lily, go.
Hello, yes.
Oh, perfect. All right, we did it.
Or do we want it in the red, orange?
From what I'm hearing, this is fine.
Okay.
Let me just stop listening to myself and run an intro of some sort. I mean, I don't know. The intro.
Like which mic should I use?
I don't know. Just you can just say it because I raised the volume.
Okay. Hi. So we're the Game Development Club at SJSU. Today we are developing games.
Yes.
A game.
Actually, it's yeah.
Yes. I know, right?
I mean, it's not going to be like a 2-hour game jam. It's like the game. No, it's actually the game we're working on. So we're just gonna show you guys some of the different perspectives of development.
Yep.
You wanna? I guess I should, since I'm like the one who's like master of dimensions. I know, right? Hold up, wait, check this out. Boom! Look at this. This is actually like.
What?
Damn.
Is that what they're seeing, or?
No. They're seeing this.
Okay.
These are all of the perspectives I have.
So those are like scenes.
Those are
or?
That's every single scene. I don't know. Oh, that's the webcam scene. I need that.
Why is there one
So-
just for Lily? Yeah.
No, because that's the webcam that's in that scene. Like
Oh, is
that was
that
when
like
we do
the main
full screen
webcam?
webcam. Yeah. But anyway, they don't even know what we're talking about. So on my screen, I should like move the webcams so you like know who's. I'll do that in a second. But on my screen, if it's music development, it's my screen. I guess the camera most to the left. My webcam is reversed. Most to the left, like over here, is going to be the person in focus. So my screen, you have music development, which you'll be hearing the whole time, by the way. How do I transition? This is the real question, because this is the preview. And this is what they're saying. How do I, like... You know, there's probably... Hold on, wait. There's a button for it. If you... Quick transition fade is numpad 8, because I'm never going to use numpad 8. Okay. If you see programming in Godot, I'm kidding, it's Godot. if you see programming in Godot, there we go. If you see programming in Godot, that's going to be William. He'll be working on. I'm assuming you're working on the gambling spinner, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he will.
Yeah,
and if you see 3D modeling in Maya, whenever Lily decides to bring up Maya, she's looking at Terezi Troll TC. It's Homestuck. It's Homestuck. She's reading Homestuck.
And she's quickly opening up.
And she's just getting a. Actually, I was about to say something that was even worse. I was gonna say she's getting a less lewd model out, but that's even worse. And if you see Maya, then you're on Lily's perspective. Wait, are these actually? Can I use the numpad? I don't know.
Do you disable that?
No, it's okay. So I just like click on one. See, like this one. This one's Lily's face. You don't see it. All right. There was actually one more thing I wanted to do before I forgot what I was trying to do.
Is it like an overlay on the webcam camera? It's like a box around it.
No, that's for so you can see the alignment.
Huh.
That's for people that care about shot composure.
Like what?
Not us. Also known as not us.
It's right in the middle of the camera.
So
like
anyway, I'm switching over to Lily's thing because she's doing something while I fix the webcams.
I kind of wish that they were in the other order.
They're gonna be the one that is in focus is the farthest left.
Okay.
You make like the other one smaller.
Actually, you know what? How about I literally only have the webcam of the person that is
You
on
could have
there.
them like smaller or something, or off to the side.
Oh yeah, actually that's good. Like they're like you guys are like tabs.
This is so meta.
This is what like a semi-professional setup looks like.
Except it would already be done with the third screen.
Exactly. I mean,
That's why that's semi.
Yeah.
semi-professional. See, qualifications are important. You know, I mean, is your webcam good there? Like,
What?
nothing's in the. It's just a run button in the top right. You're fine.
Yeah, that should be fine. It's not covering up any text or anything. There isn't really a good spot for that.
Actually, wait. I should be under Lily, or you should be directly under Lily because I think you were. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now I just go back to my power.
I'm surprised you guys know what Homestuck is though.
I mean,
My friends introduced me to it.
middle school.
Yeah,
That's
it started in 2009, but I think popularity peaked around 2012, 2013.
I think my sister.
By the way, if you
read
hear
it for a
music,
little
that's
bit.
me doing it.
I kind of started reading it too.
What?
I think my sister was reading it, and then I started reading it for a bit, but then
You lost interest?
I guess so. I just kind of stopped and just didn't come back to it.
Yeah, that's
So,
fine. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, lost interest.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you started reading it and didn't finish it. I'm not one of those people.
I mean, it's
Don't worry about
really
that.
long.
It is really long, but if you get into it, you get into it. If you don't, you don't. So it's fine.
I did like a problem sleep.
Oh yeah, that was one of the author's previous works. And it's continuously referenced in Homestuck. So, but yeah, Homestuck is like insanely popular. Like because of Homestuck, a lot of conventions had to change their rules.
Yeah.
Like it changed it changed like con etiquette forever. Because like Homestuck fans doing insane shit. But not only that, it's because so many of them showed up that they had to like change rules to like like crowd control, stuff like that.
You
Wait, what were
only
they doing?
only 100 members of X fan base is allowed in the convention at one time.
Yeah, I mean because like it basically like if you're running a convention and you hear Homestuck fans are coming, it's like that scene where Simba is like facing all the wildebeest. But yeah, that was basically it.
This is probably pretty good base. The hardest part for me is always picking the BPM.
Looks like I gotta spend 15 minutes figuring out where I left off.
See, there were some comments in there. Like, if you need to write very very long comments, just write very very long comments. Like some comments, especially in the VR plugins for Godot, they're like 5 lines long. But they're very useful comments because they explain exactly what's happening.
So,
Sometimes when if I drop something in the middle, I put a comment. I literally just like hold down the minus key to make like a giant sign for myself and put under it, "This is where you left off," and then another like thing under it.
So, where I'm at right now is, I think it should have shown on stream a second ago, but I basically have a slot machine going. It's just like a prototype one.
Not base.
And yeah, it pretty much works. It knows that there's 2 4s and a not 4. To show that it'll spin. Pretty pleased with like the spinning action there. When this message is displayed. Got the same result last time. Okay, that's cheating.
I know, man.
Okay.
Rigged.
Oh, alright.
Oh, he lost. He lost. Wait a minute, he lost. So did you wait? You didn't wait the results yet, right?
No.
So,
Like,
so it's pure RNG.
yeah. So it's like, I think how it is set up right now, it's like 6 random number generators. So, like, each column has a random number generator that determines how fast the column is spinning, and another one that determines the delay after which it stops. So it's so hard to see like the difference in like spinning speed. Like my ideas have it like go really fast, so that you can like it wasn't super obvious that it was different, but it is.
I guess I should, since you're listening to it, I should point out that I am trying to make a song here. Oh, they're listening. The audience is listening to it.
Oh, yeah, we can't hear it.
Yeah, you can't hear it. On the main beat, I just have a pretty simple kick drum, and then here I got it's like a light cymbal crash. I don't know the exact names of the instruments. I'm just kind of I like to try and get.
So there's the clangy one. There's the
clangy one. There's the one that's kind of deep.
This one's that strings, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what I like to try and do is I try and get a beat first. Maybe I should, maybe I'll experiment and start with a melody instead, but usually I like to start with a beat. And then try and overlay something on top of that.
But do they hear the music happening even when it's not on your screen?
Yes. So that way there's always sound. Just like, what is this? Bonus clips. Okay. Let's go back here.
It's nice thing about that is you can always see what Lily's
I
doing.
can always see what she's doing. Completely fucked up the. Oops.
Oh,
No, I completely fucked up the rhythm for this.
So I'm trying to. So I basically got the slot machine working now, but what I want to do is like have all like the boxes in an array. So I can just set up this array so that it just generates the boxes according to that. To make it hopefully easier to have more variety in these slot machines, so it's not just like 5 different boxes in 3 slots. I did manage to get the viewport working. Before, I just had these columns that were being blocked by this front part, but now there's this viewport and viewport container that makes it so that you can't see anything outside of the viewport. So, like if I just quickly so it's like the whole. There's the whole column there, but like it gets cut off so that you can't see the part sticking out.
Okay, no, not a bass drop.
How's your frying pan going, Lily?
I think
let's
it
look
looks
at it.
pretty good now, but I think I'm gonna have my sandwich.
By the way, you
So
can export as an FBX, and it works basically perfectly in Godot.
Oh, is it
Yay.
3.2?
Yes, we tested it with the Lauren's couch,
Nice.
and it looked like a couch.
Looks like a
Sounds funny when you put it that way.
looks like one of those cast iron.
We tested the couch, and it looks like a couch.
Yeah, it looks like one of those chunky cast
there
iron.
is one problem where for some reason the FBX is scaled down by 100%, 100
Wait.
times. Like I had to scale it up 100 times, and then it was like, that's weird. Whatever.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. That is a lot of polygons for a rectangle.
Yeah, that's what I like about Maya. I can change how many subdivisions there are in an object. I can't do that with Blender.
Don't you need
Blender
this,
is more like sculpting options, but like Maya, I can actually like edit the
I'm
shape
gonna finish my
itself.
pizza because I'm hungry and haven't eaten yet.
Well, isn't a rectangle one of rectangular prism just need 6 polygons?
So I'm interested to know as to why it's not one polygon. I guess I'll never get an answer.
What?
I'm interested to know why the handle isn't just one polygon.
Because I need to reshape it.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's like, let's say if I wanted to animate cloth in Maya, I wouldn't just have like a sheet. I need to make subdivisions in it so they know where to angle. You know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was genuinely asking because I didn't know.
Yeah. No. I mean like.
So each polygon is rigid and
So imagine you have a solid piece of chocolate. Is it easier to break it apart and break it apart when there's like indentions like in it, like a Kit Kat, or just like a solid block? You know, that's a.
or you said you had like a Hershey's bar still in the wrapper and you like crack it in half.
Yeah.
Well, see, is it easier to eat a Hershey bar or just a solid block of chocolate? You see, the answer is a solid block of chocolate. Because if it's a Hershey bar, you know exactly how many segments of the chocolate that you're eating. But if it's just a block, you're just like, well, it's just one piece of chocolate. That could be. So you eat the whole block. Yeah, the calories don't count that way. It counts by the number that you eat. So if you only eat one piece of chocolate, then you're good. Okay, they've had the same beat going for a while. Honestly, the fact that I haven't been annoyed by this beat yet, I think is a good sign. So here, let me briefly unplug my headphones so you can hear it. I just don't know what instrument to compliment this. Maybe like a weird saxophone. Not a harmonica.
I don't know. You'll knock it till you try it.
Okay. Harmonica are this.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think of the melody. I also have to change the dBm to 96. Let's listen to that beat more. Is there a short version of this? Oh, why is that on track lately? So what I'm doing here is I have the long wind sample on track 1 and the short like pump wind sound on track 2. So I can just quickly change between if I want a long note and a short note, and then I believe I'm going to do what it's called. I want to have it. No, I don't want to call it.
What's the program we're using?
Oh, it's called Liquid Studio.
Is that free or?
It is not. It's like $30 though. It actually started as DSiWare. It was on the DS,
Oh.
and then people liked it, so they made another one for 3DS, and people like that one. I think they made one for the Wii U, believe it or not.
I mean, it's got touchscreen.
And then they were like, you know what, let's just make a PC version. They did that, or they ported it to the PC. people again liked it. They wanted more, so they made one made studio, which supports live performance DJing and is made in Unity. Yeah. You also record your own sound samples.
Sure. So does it already come with a bunch of samples?
Mm-hmm. It's really easy to use for the most part. I wish it had a manual, but if you know the lingo of sound already, you're basically set. Like reverb, like I can kind of guess what reverb means. Like some of this stuff I've had to look up. I don't think this is the most beginner. Oh, I think it's the easiest to just get songs out, like easily. But in terms of like into the future, maybe not. But if you just want to like make something for like a small project, this is good. You can get it done. I mean, it's why I endure like the garbage computing. Actually, wait, is that on this computer? Let me quickly save
I'd
this.
assume. You can have info and text.
Basically, it's a key missing.
Should we explain what our game is?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna switch over to your view while you do that. I keep saying
And you want to explain it? It's kind of your...
SJSU, it's an hour game.
Yeah, but maybe like... I would say you're kind of like the head of it.
That's true. I guess I'm keeping track of deadlines. Let me see if oh, here it is. William Garbage Truck Game.
Excuse me, it's Trash Can.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, but okay, wait.
Right,
Before
right.
you named it, it was actually no. That is unfair. It was like pretty late to turn it on. So go ahead and run, and I'll explain while I'm eating this crust.
I'll just run the game.
Oh,
Uh,
hit F.
yeah. Oh,
You didn't know that?
no.
Oh, I put that. Actually, wait. Close it. So, the if you go to the global script, we have some auto-loaded scenes, which basically means that as soon as the game starts, they auto-load, and they'll never unload it. And in our case, what I do is, if the player presses F in any case, if you look at the process method, if the player presses F at any part of the game, or just go to full screen. I think I have tilde as the complete escape button.
Yeah, I figured it out during tabling last week.
So you can see there.
Is that a board?
Yeah, a board. That seemed like a... Honestly, I don't really know why they chose a board, but like that seems like a cheeky programmer thing. I'm just gonna call it a board. But you can see that Godot uses action pressed instead of checking a specific key. These say input maps you can actually just change in the settings, which is really nice. So you can just name it whatever.
Can you set it so that it looks for a key rather than a action?
Input dot is action just pressed. I think I do it.
Like,
Oh, I do it. I do
was
it
wondering
for
if you wanted to
the.
remap keys. And
It's on the. Hold on. I wanna. I'm trying to remember because your Godot is different than mine because I have a different layout. Go down here. Scroll up. 3D test. View. 2D. Oh, where did I put the tutorial? Try 2D and then go to I'm gonna have to open Godot to make searching for it easier.
Is Trash Can playing right now?
Alright, here, let me play Trash Can. Trash Can is currently playing. Oh, here comes that drum.
I do like the layers that get added on.
Oh, thank you. I was panicking for a second because it wasn't loading anything.
Can we get your switch here?
That's good. I keep hitting 8. I don't mind me. Test grid map, test image. I'm gonna have to look at the main scene to see where the tutorial stuff loads from. Oh wait, no. Is it text crawl? Because then it should just be an input. Oh yes, it's this. If event is input event, well, I mean they can see it on my screen. Let's zoom in. If event, so you do it in the input processing method, and it's just if event is an input, and then in the event itself, the event stores the data for what key is pressed.
So that's just spaghetti key is pressed.
Yes, and then each input map itself is its own object that you can. So an input map itself. It's so sad that the 3.1 search engine optimization is better than 3.2. So when you look something up, you still get the 3.1 doc. But the 3.2 docs are so nice. Like they actually, almost every method has at least something under it. So you can see that you can add. You can see that you can add the. What is it? You can add an action to the input map, which is just a key press, which is just a string of an action which is taken from the event. You can also just I think it's erase action erase event. So you just erase something from it. So in that case, we just erase whatever is there and we map it to the next input. So it's actually really easy to do, which is really convenient for us. It means when we eventually have to make remappable controls, that we have a good line to do it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because it seemed like it'd be a pain to have to.
Well, see, if it was Unity, you need there's a plugin that makes it easier. I forget what it's called. There's a plugin that makes it way easier, but Godot doesn't need the plugin. You just do it. It's just like, oh, you just want to change the control? Okay, just change it to whatever you want, and then you're good. Did Moobot say we're live? Because I know Anthony might want to watch it. Although I think he might have been. I think he probably wants to watch a Unity stream. I'm not gonna lie, because I believe he's been working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did say we were starting at 2.
And it's fair.
And we did sort of start at 2.
But you can see in this case, this was still on my music stuff. Continue working. Work slave. Oh, that was mean. I'm sorry. You can see how first of all, this melody is 4 bars long. So when I put it in the editor, it sort of extends. So actually, I guess this was a case where I started with the melody, and after that I added a very simple beat. And if we just isolate it to just this part, you can kind of hear the timpani drum. I don't know what drum this is, but it plays consistently 100 BPM. And then on the second beat, or I don't know how to call it. I completely forgot. You have the strong beat and then the off beat. On the off beat of after every second strong beat, you have a little tambourine.
I think the timpani is the one where it's like 4 fake drums that they have big mouths.
Yeah. As you see, this is a very simple melody, but when it plays along past the first... So first we have the melody, and then when you add the beat to the second time around, it gives it kind of makes it seem like it's going faster almost, because the beat helps carry the sound more. Because we were long. And then after the melody plays twice, it adds the... I don't even know what instrument this is, I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna flute. I could believe that's a flute as well.
Remember I said so they bring that volume way up.
Exit rhythmic. No.
But other than that, the audio is really good.
Let me just lower the desktop audio.
Are you in Lily and I?
What's that?
You're in Lily and I?
Oh, she hasn't said that.
Well, because I just realized that desktop audio is like, it's loud in my ear, so I'm like, oh, it's loud on stream.
It's not on the stream.
What's loud?
Oh no, the music that's playing off my thing.
Oh.
Actually,
Yes,
let me quickly alt tab and. Is that too quiet now?
You could bring it up a little, yes.
Okay, how about now? How about now, James? Is the audio good? Can you hear me?
It didn't sound like it came up.
It didn't sound like it came up.
Remember there's a delay too, right?
Right.
So you turn it up and then everybody put it away.
Okay, I moved it up a little bit more. Do you think that's good? Can you still hear me talking?
It's better.
That's about right? Okay, I'm gonna lower it just a little bit more to be safe. No, I want studio mode. Okay, so that was a semi-established song. And really, that one's pretty short. I think that's only one. There's a counter somewhere. Oh, it's right here. That is 24 bars. But because it plays at 100 BPM, I believe. Do you know how long the Trash Town theme was? Like about a minute, a little under a minute.
I
Right?
could probably check right now.
I was getting this great view of this pan with Lily's mom. Are you gonna do the texturing? Oh, not the texturing, the material stuff.
I'm probably just gonna have to get the models down first.
Okay. I think it's called stuff. I don't know. It would be in the project folder. Would it not? You can have two instances to get open, by the way. If it's a plan. I'm very proud of you. That's such an organized file structure.
It's not much.
It's still organized. Showing file. Properties. Just short of 57 seconds. 57 seconds of semi-banger. Lowering the BPM helps. Less notes need to be placed if it just plays really slowly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. Less work. Oh, that's right. Someone was working on like Gion's theme from a Final Fantasy game. She was interested in learning music development, and I said, "Hey, rhythmic is super easy. You don't have to learn audio sample manipulation like Audacity or anything." Oh, right. I was gonna try and use the harmonica. Okay. Shit, I had a melody for that too, and then I was like, I got sidetracked.
Will you want to talk about what you're doing?
I don't really much to say. I'm just beveling the edges of this pot so it doesn't look so sharp. So it looks more like a proper. It's softer.
You're gonna change the shape of the handle as well, like
Fundamentally?
yeah, like put a curve in it or something like that. I'll just keep it as a.
Probably not, because it's not supposed to be super realistic, but just like a representation of the pants.
Yeah. I was just kind of gonna sit on the counter or stove or whatever. Like, would it have the handle sticking out into out of the box or?
Box?
No, I see what you're saying. I think what we'll do is we'll just have her make. Actually, yeah, put this on the Trello. We'll have her model a heating element like a stove, and if there was just a pan or something like a pot there, we'll just put the heating element underneath it.
Should we just model that as part of
Like a
that?
heating coil?
It will be separate.
Like
Yeah,
an
heating
electric
coil will be
stove?
separate. Unless you want to do like both. Do both. Well,
Well, I guess
I feel like they should be able to choose, right? But again, it's up to you. Do you want? Would you rather? Okay, if you had to pick one because of time, would you rather model the coil or the gas stove?
Gas stove. Coils.
Gas stove.
Annoying.
Put gas stove and put coil like, if time permitting. I think I have a tag for it. Actually, I guess we could also show the. Here, I'll pull up the Trello so they can see project management, because that's definitely a part of this whole process. So I've been the producer of the gaming. I've mostly been in charge of the getting deadlines met, the soft deadlines. They're not hard deadlines at all, but having a deadline is definitely helpful. So try to make sure that at least like everyone is at least working on a task mostly. A lot of the ongoing stuff is stuff that I was doing, because some of this stuff is just kind of like, I don't want to say boring, but it's stuff that like usually is good to have. Well, you'll notice that a lot of these labels are labeled as names, like ongoing stuff. If you plan ahead, if for instance you know you're going to do online multiplayer, or if you know you're going to do stat tracking, like you're going to have metrics for measuring how well players do in this, you get to kind of design ahead. And this you'll learn this more as you kind of go along, make more games. You kind of understand that, okay, at least in Game Maker, if you want to do pausing, it's way easier to set a variable called like global.pause, and then have that at the beginning of every single process, because Game Maker, at least 1.4, did not have a good way of pausing every scene. So you'd know ahead of time if you realize, oh man, I tried pausing and it was so difficult to do after I already did everything else, so I should try and do this beforehand instead of going back and fixing it everywhere.
2 questions. Why is the player alerts editor in these models?
You know what? I probably dragged it there by accident.
Also, for the restaurant, she does ask if she wants like 4,000 wall blocks, and we also have a.
Wait, we never
tiles.
clarified? Oh shit.
We also have a kitchen tiles ticket on there as well. So should we just remove?
Remove kitchen tiles.
Or they like redundant?
What else is there? Is there a trash can?
Yes.
Remove that too.
Remove it?
I'm putting it under restaurant because it's part of the editor, so I'm just gonna do that.
This is like needed models.
Yeah, also remove counter if it's there. Serving counter. Are you watching the Overwatch League matches?
Mm-mm.
Oh. No, I was gonna say the Overwatch League matches are on YouTube now.
Yeah, I heard.
I just realized I didn't switch to the Trello. My bad. This is what Trello looks like now that you're seeing it for the first time. That's really perspective. Here's my perspective. Well, not because I hit the wrong button again. This is what our Trello looks like. Oh god, it's very large.
How do I delete this?
You have to archive it
Oh.
and then delete it. Yeah, it's not very intuitive.
So trash can, we're archiving.
Archive, yeah. I mean, you can just archive it. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that we've completed on Modes, man, is there a way to just see what's been archived?
I guess we should differentiate kitchen tiles into like counters and floors, right?
I did. Serving counter, trash can, and... yeah.
Or
Oh,
like just real like regular counter.
Floor, do kitchen floor, if you can. Just edit that. No, edit kitchen tile before. Oh, we have stretch goals at the end here. I am trying to see if I can show you. Actually, we can just go through the massive activity list. I have restructured the Trello several times. But you can see here stuff gets moved from one place to another, like completed, change tickets, change the tickets and player held tickets to react to the single timer on the ticket board, because I had to rework the ticket board because it was really bad. Completed, money spent and money gained. A lot of these larger kind of overarching tasks, like the restaurant editor logic, has sub-checklists, like things that need to get done. Like the restaurant editor, which is the thing in the game that lets you edit the restaurant, is such a huge thing that I wanted to make sure that there is a clear progression. At least for me, because if William picked up a task, and there wasn't any specific requirements that it needed to work with other things in the game, I would kind of let him self manage how he wanted to do. Like for the slot machine, like he understood. Like, William, you understood what I meant by slot machine, right? Like I didn't explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it was something like, at least for me, like when gambling, addiction.
I have scum and villainy.
Exactly. Take their money. Like for the restaurant editor, at least for me, it was useful to be like, okay, what do I need to get done? I need to have like specific rules. You can't place lounge wrestling under it. I need to make sure that the restaurant editor, is bound within a certain region, so the restaurant doesn't get too huge. In some cases, until you upgrade it, until you pay for larger restaurants. A check that made sure that there were at least 4 player spawns in the restaurant. Because it is multiplayer, you do control support, plus it's always fun, and stuff like that. So there would be like sub goals, and at least for me, having those sub goals made me feel like I'm always accomplishing something, as opposed to working towards just a large task at once. But again, I don't micromanage that much aside from being like, here's everything on the trailer. And for a while, like, these lists seem long, but they were longer. Like, William remembers how long some of these used to be. Like if I found a way to unarchive everything, they'd be massive. Like there used to be a completed table, but it got so long that I'm like, okay, no, just delete all of them or like archive them.
Yeah.
I hope
this archive is kind of the point, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I didn't delete them. I should have just archived them. I'm pretty sure I just archived them instead of deleting them. You can see some stuff got put on hiatus because we're like, okay, wait a minute, this is gonna. Alright. This is a lot harder than we thought. But I mean, in terms of like stuff that is not complete, it's pretty shallow. But you can see when I scrolled over, there's a lot of food that we're gonna put in, and thankfully we have a pretty flexible way to add more food to the game. So, while Lily, who we added recently for her TMA project, will be working on the models, William and I could focus on getting a lot of the non-main gameplay stuff implemented, which is good. Okay, anyway, back to music. See, I had a melody again, and then I sidetracked myself. Okay, someone else take over this. Your perspective.
What?
Your perspective.
Okay, so what? Alright, so the way I thought of doing this was I would have this array of integers that tells you what the index of the box texture at the top of the column. I would use that. I keep track of those numbers, and then I would use that to generate everything below it. So have to.
I think this would be better if I just slowed the whole thing down. Yep. 76 BPM.
So if I take the size of an array that has 5 items in it, it will return 5. You know, the index of the last one is 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want the last element, its size 1 is 4. I think if I just change the instruments of this beat, it will be better with the harmonica, accordion, whatever that is.
And then pull to the button.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change the instruments of this beat. The sound is gonna set that up. Oh, it's like a technophone. No, it's looking heavy. Oh, that actually might do it. It's really requirement. It's a little. The sound is a little harsh right now, I feel. Playback start. What is this? Sample loop start. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, actually. Okay. I actually used to have the tooltips off, although I haven't on it. Now we'll just slowly watch it. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Yeah, as soon as I heard this, I'm like, okay, so I need to have the scale going down too.
Fella?
What's up?
So it's running has an error. So it's trying to get the index I, which is trying to set to 2.
It's actually really hard to read in the preview. What's up?
So
Control, scroll up.
So right now, it's
Okay, so I'm assuming what you're doing is you have an array. I think you mentioned you have an array, and there are 3 values in it, and those are the numbers it has to stop on. But it's crashing when it gets to 2.
So we have 4 ion 3, so that's for the 3 columns.
Okay.
Right now, the 3rd column, which would be like 2 basically, has reached the end of its column, so it's supposed to like go to the next number.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still getting here. And top texture, it's this one.
The next in box is top box. So you have it's the image of the thing above it.
At the very top of the column. Yeah.
At the very top of the column, yeah. So if you show me the picture of the game, so the column is, well, the column is so is it, which let's say for this one is the top 2 or 1?
It would be one.
It would be 1 here, and the 5 is like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a 5.
Okay. Okay. Go back to the thing. So yeah. Top texture. So I is what's out of bounds, and what value is I?
It's just set to 2.
Top texture is a what?
It's an array. I think it's.
Why are there? It's an array of size 3. Yeah. Okay. Here's my question: why is it dot I? I think it makes that work with arrays.
Yeah.
Invalidate index size on base array. Did you mean size the method? Oh yeah,
No.
it's not a yeah.
Well, that's it. That's a different problem. Now, nothing should happen. Something
Of course
happened.
not. Invalid get index I on base array. At 46, okay, same problem. Yeah, I think it's just because you tried, you did dot I.
I think it's for just objects. Right?
Yeah, like using
What now?
something dot something means you're getting like a variable local to it. On base 8, 44. Top texture has become an int because you said top texture equal to 0. I think you did top texture I equal to 0. Because what you're doing there is you're setting the entire top texture to an integer.
Oh, yeah. That should be the last thing.
I do this too. I'm like, that should be it. Oh, and it's spinning.
Nothing happened. Perfect.
Is that what's I don't know. Is that what's supposed to happen?
So all it does now is like it increments top texture through 1 through 5, and then it'll like reset once it gets to the end.
Oh, okay. And then so does that control how it's stopping now? Or?
No, so this is supposed to. So what top texture does is it keeps track of what what's supposed to be at the top of the column, and then from that it'll.
Oh,
use
so
the array.
it'll just like put the next one in and then that moves it down, right?
Sort of, or like it. So it'll use that, and then you'll look at the box textures array, which is an array of just all the boxes, and then so take the index in box textures of the top one, then it'll go down and just set the rest
Can
of the
I have
column
some of this?
Yeah, go ahead.
It'll set the rest of the column to just the rest of the box textures.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. I'm assuming you're waterfalling. Your full screen view of waterfalling.
You'll pour some into your cup of ice. Like, is there actually water in there? Or?
It's mostly ice now.
Wait, what? You were drinking for a while and like it barely moved.
Yeah, I was pouring in slowly.
Okay.
Let's say if it's just ice in your tumbler, you could just.
Yeah, you can just pour it in the tumbler.
Changes the flavor.
True, but
Oh, okay.
I also didn't want to take too much. I just said like it's sick, so.
Okay. Are you gonna stop modeling again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like, can I change your perspective now? What if I do this? And then I do this. Oh, that's right. I could overlay two sounds at once because I set it to poly so that each note can play on two channels, so two notes on the same track can overlap. So just to demonstrate the difference, if I turn poly on this one off, I'll turn it here back to poly 1. You'll hear at the end of 0, it'll get cut off, and then 1 will play. Actually, I guess not, because this is also poly. This one's poly 2. Poly 2 as well. So you can hear that sound cuts off, and then the next one plays, which doesn't sound as natural. Like I mean, I guess it does if you're actually playing an instrument, but I want that sound to trail into the next part. I'm interested to see. I probably will end up changing this instrument. I do kind of like the challenge of making this sound. Not the challenge of making this sound good. Well, I mean, yes, but the challenge of making this sound cohesive. I wonder if they can iterate on this one. Wrong note. Maybe that's something off. Still kind of sounds off, actually. I don't know if we have to fix that. I both down like that just so I can. Okay, oh, sorry. I should choose this. Okay, and I bring both of these. This. I bring both of these, both the 0 and the 1 down to C and D. Right, iterate. A variation. Let's see what we use there. Down. Are you watching Common Awards?
Cowbell Studios.
Oh. This is not beat again. See if you can vibe something. Oops. I don't understand how this works.
So if I have a for loop and say I like add or subtract like I or j, will it still iterate through the loop normally? Like, like if it starts with 0, I say I add 3 to I, would it?
Yeah, I'll skip 3.
So like it'll do 0 and then it'll do 4.
What you can do is actually, well, it's easier to do this in non-Python languages, but what a for loop looks like in another language,
Like, is it basically just a while loop then?
it will look, it's basically a while loop, but they look like this. I'm gonna write it as if it were GDScript/Python. So at the end of every HOI, it would add 3 instead of 1 automatically. Because what the for loop does in Python is it will iterate through each element of an array, and when you do it just as an integer, it assumes you're doing an array of 0, 1, 2. So it counts out like that.
Yeah.
And in this case, it will you'll have an integer 0, and as long as the integer is less than 10. So a for loop is you're right, a truncated while loop. So it would look like, if this was separate, you'd put for I equals 0 up here, and you'd be like while I is less than 10, and this is great for people who like don't know what programming is. And then you'd have your stuff in the middle that you'd want to happen while it's looping, and at the end you would say, okay, I equals like that.
Nice.
So this one line is the same as these 3 lines.
Okay, so
So
if I just wanted to go 1 by 1, then I shouldn't.
You don't need to do anything. So in this, I guess for
Like, what I want to avoid is, like, I wanted it to go 1 by 1, so I should have like a second variable instead of modifying.
you should have a second variable. Yeah. Don't modify I.
Alright.
Actually, that just made me want to check if there is a way to do that in GDScript, to have it iterate separately, because I have been using C4.
It's like, I want it to like be next to loop through the box textures, but if it starts halfway through, if I want to loop
just
that
use
to
a
the
second, use
beginning.
another for loop.
I just want to decide if I want to call it. I don't want to call it J offset because
I appreciate that you need to use J for the second for loop.
yeah.
IJK.
Yeah. I'll just call it pops. I don't make complicated sites. It's complicated.
Oh, I didn't know that. You can iterate through all letters of a string.
Huh.
That's cool.
So what would it? So would it print carries or?
It would print
strings?
HELL. Well, in this example would print HELLL. Oh, I forgot. Actually, I forgot you can use range like that. So range has optional operators. So usually, what I do is just by principle is like just like out of habit, because it's how it's done in the tutorials. You don't have to do this. It's like for x in like range 5. So that's literally the same as just putting in 5, but it pretends that that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. But range has optional things where you can be like, okay, I want, like, I think it's I think it's starting from 5 up to the number 20 in iteratives of 5. So that would be 5, 10, and 15, and then it stops at 20 because it's non-inclusive. So if you wanted to do every third number up to a number, you would do that. Or every like start at 5, add 5 every time up till 20.
Oh, so if you just said range 5, 20, that'd be 5, 6, 7.
Yes, and I believe if you just did 5, if you just did 5, 20, it would just be 5, 6, 20.
But if you add the extra 5 on there, then
It
it's
says
5,
in
10, 15.
increments. Yeah.
What if it does? So what if you had like 5, 21?
It should be 5, 6, 7, 21.
Or well, 5, 21, 5.
It should stop at 20. But actually what I could do here is actually, I don't know what range would be under. It should just be under basic GD script. Yeah, it's probably under at GD script. Let's just look at the method.
Alright, how much do you want to bet this doesn't work first time?
Huh? I believe in you. I'm not gonna bet on it, but I believe in you. Okay, though. I still believe in you. But I'm also glad I didn't bet on it.
Yeah. Alright, what happened?
Oh, okay, here you go.
Um,
Returns an array of given. So the first argument is mandatory. It's the initial value, then the final value minus 1, and then 3 arguments. Initial, final, minus 1, and then the increment. But if you only include the initial value, then it will just assume you meant, oh, okay, up 0 up till that number. What happens if you put a negative number? Will it add? No, it should add to 0 then. Yeah, it'll probably just add 0.
not really sure what I use that for. Yeah, it'll come up, I guess.
Negative arrays, antimatter arrays. Arrays of negative value.
Well, I guess I have arrays with like negative indices. Like, if I want to.
Oh, a dictionary.
Is it?
Yeah, dictionary. You know, like remember the key and value. You could put anything as the key.
Yeah. But I thought I did have like for that RTS game I was making but never finished.
Oh, maybe it was for coordinates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe for
'Cause
checking grids.
Because like it was basically a number line, but it went in like
Oh
both
yeah,
directions.
yeah. So I really like that. I'm just gonna relay them all. That sounds flat for some reason. And it sounds sharp. Oops. What are you trying now?
Okay, so I had it so if you press spacebar, or I guess whatever button that is, it starts spinning. I also had that button there.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like I had like two separate functions for doing that.
Huh? What?
Alright, so alright. What does I click the button?
Okay, so you click the button spin, and it's spinning. Okay, you lost.
Alright,
Okay, so
press spacebar.
you hit spacebar, and it's going slowly? Oh no, it's just what?
Yeah, so I changed one of them so that it spins slowly, just to check something. So.
Oh, that's good. Well, it should be easy to fix, right?
Yeah, because I definitely want them to use like the same functions.
Oh, I had these backwards. I'm really glad I wasn't doing any like panning. Actually, you know what? I bet that would make it sound better. If I just panned the kick from left to right, and then made it go like a circle. So that'd have to be hard left. Is this backwards? No, it's no. This is. Oh, right. Top is right. Top is right. Okay, so I want to go from left to right. I hope the stereo audio is coming through for the stream. Oh, I like that. I'm just giving you a whole thing.
Yeah.
What?
That's it. She's looking at it like, what?
Oh, it's supposed to say.
Missions are a lot stiffer than the ones you gave me.
Yeah. Like that pan.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I like how it sounds like a pan.
So if I want to have it so that it's like input is actually just press spacebar, or the button is in the game is pressed. How should I do that?
Is UI select the button?
That's spacebar.
Okay.
I just have like a separate
You can just have it call that method.
like
Go up to where it says UI select. Will you check for the button press?
Yeah.
Okay, here, check this out. Is this currently what sets it spinning?
Yes.
Okay, can you comment all that out? Yeah, hide the whole thing. Hide the whole thing. Let me switch to your screen since I'm on the screen. Check this out. Okay, done.
So won't that only do it if the spacebar is pressed up?
No, it's just a method. Am I blowing your mind?
But it's supposed. I want it so that like. No, not that one.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, one of the scenes, right? Isn't that's what you wanted, right? If you hit spacebar, it just runs it normally, right?
No. Like I want it so that
Wait, what?
like if I. Okay, I guess that's fine, but
No, wait, what did you want? Wait, I'm confused. What?
like I want it so that you could either press the spacebar or you could press the button at the beginning.
Is that how this does?
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, wait. So it sounds. What did you want?
I guess that works. But
Well, okay, what were you thinking?
wait.
So okay, let me just briefly explain. When you have a method assigned to a signal, that doesn't mean it only gets triggered when you call it with a signal. It just means that when this signal is triggered, you also want to call that method.
Okay. Well, what I don't understand is
So you can call the method without needing a signal.
So if you put the call like underneath the if function.
Okay. So
then-
it checks if you press the spacebar, and I'm assuming if it's not already rotating, then run it again. Because it looks like, because I'm assuming what also happens is that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so because I'm assuming because it is the exact same as just pressing the button.
It's just right.
I hit play instead of pressing. Okay. It's the same logic as if I hit spacebar and it's like, well, I can't hit it again because it's spinning and it's not done. And oh, oh, look at that! See.
Okay, I understand now.
Okay.
Now I can do that.
I think it's the first time I've gotten trimmers. Even like the first time you showed it to me, and I was testing it on my computer. Like I never got. That's my first full house.
Alright.
What do I win?
We haven't decided yet.
It's true. We haven't decided the loot tables yet.
Are we getting any comments on the Twitch? Or?
You know, I really should be checking it out. That seems good. Good idea.
It has been an hour and a half since we started.
For real? What the heck? It's a really good pop.
Yeah. Have you been watching the chat games?
Watching the chat? Not much. But nobody's in there.
What's in here?
I do need an answer to this question.
This question?
Oh, I can't hear what?
Carlos, the plural is Carlos.
What? Oh, I mean, there are many of us.
People were
but-
playing Trail referred to as Carlos. I'm thinking like there's a big game, so.
I'm like a unit member. I mean, some people call me Carlos, and it's like, oh, whatever. I don't really care. I'm not miffed by
I
it.
think it's more common.
It is more common.
The Carlos.
Yeah. Carlo is actually an Italian name. Okay, so it's Italian in origin, and Carlos is Spanish in origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they both like form the Carl.
Yes, but they both stem iteratively from Carl, which is, I don't know, it might be Nordic.
Or the other way around, I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe they started long and shortened it.
Like
It's
Johann and John.
So then,
really?
I think.
like Johann and John?
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And Jacob.
Is it really?
Huh. Oh, interesting. So if you like have one, if you have Johann, they're like the OG.
Maybe.
Before that, it was just
Be
OG.
careful about putting copyrighted music into the screen.
It's my music.
Is the YouTube video?
The what? Oh no, they can't hear that YouTube video. This is
I
my.
can't. I turned it off.
Oh.
That's probably not good.
Well, no. But there's a difference between listening to music and listening to somebody develop.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's the repetitive quality that was unfair.
That is fair. Because I am listening to the same thing like on loop constantly.
Is there an issue with showing YouTube videos on YouTube? No, I think people do that.
No, people
Yes,
they was recently a lawsuit about it and they won.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I mean,
Precedent set.
well, the problem is like if they sue us, we can't be like, hey, precedent. It's like, okay, take us to court. It's like we don't have the money for that. It's like, okay, then we'll just keep suing you.
So this stop.
I will try and avoid Lily's thing if she has the YouTube stuff on, in case. It's like the
Proceeds to not show the loose computer for the rest of the stream.
yeah, I mean, but she's working. Excuse me.
He has had it kind of off to the side though sometimes. When she's working.
I know there's a fair point. It's like, what's happening there?
What?
Are they meant to spin at the same speed? I thought you were.
Oh, I'm just setting. I decided to check something.
Oh, okay.
So like, it seems to be spinning. They seem to be like going normally now. Well, like when I first opened the scene, it's a little weird.
Hmm.
Did you catch that?
Oh, the jittering?
Not the jittering, but they like what?
What am I watching for?
Like the numbers will change instead of just like moving.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah. Like past that, it seems to be okay. So I think it's just the way they're set initially.
Interesting. Spin again. Well, for the first time, spin again.
Again for the first time.
Again, for the first time. It seems to be when the first number, when it loops for the first time.
Yeah. So I think.
Oh man, look that weird. Put your camera to look. Yeah, that's not good. Why? Wouldn't it be infinitely easier to just move the webcam?
But I don't have to adjust it after. When I move it back.
That's fair. But they have to.
You know the Windows stops.
Yes, it does. But now you have to adjust your laptop angle
What?
to face you.
Just like turn it back around.
I mean, yeah, but like, it seems complicated. I mean, yeah, but couldn't you accomplish the same thing by just like lifting it and putting it back on? Like here, oh wait, no, mine's in my laptop.
Oh, it's so easy, isn't it?
I just have to unscrew my laptop, disconnect the monitor,
just grab it, rip it off,
on the wire, the webcam, and then turn it around. Okay, for Lily, it's easy. She just picks it up. I'm talking about the webcam. Anyway, don't worry about it. Semantics.
Can you call that semantics? Is that what semantics is?
I should know this as the person who's such a linguistics.
Yeah.
I had a class, like a section class.
On semantics?
That's not what I mean. It's a day on semantics.
And you like dropped the class or something? Or?
No. I mean, it was like an overview of linguistics class, so it touched on everything for at least a week. A day, I guess, in that case.
Was it a day-long
So
class or just
no, it was a semester-long class, but it was a linguistics class that touched on every branch of linguistics.
Oh, it was just
so it did a little bit of everything.
Like a summary.
Yes.
Day.
So there was a week on IPA. There was a week on semantics. There was a week on
What's IPA?
International Phonetic Alphabet.
Oh, that.
A week on like sound language. A week on like stuff on that. So one day was on semantics. The branch of linguistics is largely concerned with meaning. Which studies logical aspects of language, sense referencing. So semantics is just that, like, as long as it's similar to the arbitrariness of language, where it doesn't matter what I say or how I say it, as long as you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So the semantics. So it would be like the semantics of me explaining that just picking up your webcam is bad. Like, as long as you understand my point, we're good. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it, just that you understand it.
Okay. Still not entirely sure I use semantics in a sentence.
I guess you could use it in the sense where if they don't necessarily get what you mean, it could just be the semantics. It could just be semantics. You aren't properly communicating with them, or they aren't. It would be bad semantics, or they actually. I don't know if semantics is necessarily bad,
or could be bad.
Another definition is just the meaning of a word, phrase, sentence, or text.
Okay.
So so in terms of meaning of a phrase or what I'm saying. Like me explaining this is bad semantics, or like poor
or unclear.
It's unclear.
Semantics.
Just say unclear, whatever.
Anyway.
So I guess it doesn't have to be all cheery the whole time. It can be kind of. I mean, I'm saying I'm gonna suddenly make this like in a flat key. That would be stupid. Would that be stupid? Oh, okay. So Lily, why don't you explain to the audience what you're doing?
I am making pots.
Okay, could you explain more in depth about how you're doing it?
I make shapes, and then I stick the shapes together.
Okay, can you be more specific?
Okay, well, I'm making models of them first and as separate pieces. But when I export them, it'll be as one solid object. But I'm saving them as a version where they're all in separate pieces, so I can edit them later if needed.
Okay, now can you be so specific that someone would be able to follow what you're saying and do what you just did? I guess that's the answer. That's a good reach. What's up?
So I just put a -1 there. Seems to work now.
-1 where?
On the code for setting the for initially drawing the boxes.
Oh, so it's not doing the skipping anymore.
It looks like it, because it was only skipping on the first one. So it looks like it's working properly.
Nice. So is that indefinitely scalable? Like if you added a 6 and a 7, it would...
Presumably. That was the idea. That was kind of the whole point. Like, so like what I can do now is I can change it so that instead of being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, say.
Oh. Well, I meant, could there be any number of boxes?
I think so. Let's see.
Look at this scalability.
Yeah, that's the whole point of making it a array. Nope. I think it works.
Okay, now can you make it spin faster? Oh, that should be easy. I saw you do it before.
Yeah, I just have to change that.
Every time. What time is it?
44. So like 15 minutes.
Okay, we could do like a practice check on everything at the end.
Yeah, that is a bit of an issue.
What is it? What happened? What happened? Oh!
Because it's the 6 in
Oh,
the,
it's the index
in
of the array, huh?
Yeah. I think it's also an issue that there's 4 twice in there. I'm not sure what'll happen.
Wait, so okay, so it's 0, 1, 2. No, well, that's just at 1, right?
Yeah. So
1.
I mean, it adds 1
hold
when
on,
it puts
wait.
it there, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 4,
5.
5. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So maybe just have another array that indicates the values instead. Well, I guess when we actually do it, yeah, we have another array for the actual value.
Alright, let me check how I do that.
It must just be like it checks what array position the thing is in, right? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what it does. Like it tries to match it against the box textures.
Makes sense. Let's see.
Like, I do like that thing. I just don't like that it's like bright green.
It's radioactive. You
Yeah.
get superpowers.
Like greener than Mountain Dew. And it's a little more yellow, I think.
Depends on how you get in the light. Yeah. Got it cold. Yeah. I'm not gonna spill it on you.
No, I'm still
It's
wondering what you're
close.
doing. You know how did you ever see those 90s toys where like there's like a little like plastic tube thing you can stick 2 water bottles together and like when you
Oh,
like
those,
twirl it
yeah.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tornado through
It's
it?
like a
Yeah.
funnel, yeah.
Yeah.
I've also seen ones where there's like straws in it as well, and then like water will gush out the top as it flips over.
Whoa, really? Wow. Yeah, 90s toys were all about like just consuming it. They were not really reusable toys.
Those were the best
And all
toys.
that
Yeah.
clutter. Now we have video games.
It's like, before legacy board games were a thing, legacy toys were the thing. As soon as you use it once, it's changed forever.
that fan on the monitor or you did
Is the what for my what?
the fan?
It's on a computer. I mean, it is processing like what's coming through both Elgato's and my desktop and streaming it and the webcams and the microphone and my music editor. Hey, let's take a quick look at Task Manager, huh? Oh, never mind, it's barely trying.
Something like that.
Never mind. It's like, whatever. Oh, the Wi-Fi though. Not Wi-Fi though.
100% just starts shooting flames.
Huh?
100% just starts shooting flames.
Actually, wait. Well, do you remember how to put it on like max? Does it function escape? Oh no, that's this. I mean, I could.
Fan speak.
Just like. Hey, wait. I want to custom. Wait, just. Wow. Oh, look at that. Ooh. How loud is it? I hope it's like right next to the microphone.
What's custom for?
Custom fan curve. So you can just set it so it's like. So you can set it so depending on the temperature, you'll get fan speed. So so if my GPU is so I curve my GPU much more aggressively. So like it's like if it gets anywhere near 60, it's like 70% immediately.
Is there a reason for that?
If my GPU hits 60, I have to be playing a game, and therefore I have headphones on, so I don't care if the fan ramps like that. Is my reasoning. And then the CPU, I try and keep low until it hits 60, then it starts ramping, so I'm like, okay, what am I doing that's doing at that point? Oh man, the song looped, wait. Yeah, I took out my headphones right when I was getting to the segment I was listening for. Actually, that is too much of a. I wonder if there's a way to just change the BPM of all of them at once. I feel like there should be. Because it's on a clip-by-clip basis, but I'm like, what if I want all of them to speed up? What is this? Oh, okay, never mind. I don't think I want it. Okay. Maybe there is playback speed, I'm missing. What is sidechain? Attack, release. Oh! Okay. It's the sound clip control, whatever. I guess you can do it globally.
Fade in, fade out.
Actually, it's attack, release, decay. Oh no, it's just attack, release. You can't control decay and sustain on a sidechain. Whatever it's sidechain. Actually, I don't know what sidechain is. I can control. I know what EQ is. I can balance the low and high sound frequencies and raise certain sounds if they sound too quiet. I did it for yours actually. The trash time.
You're watching.
Override existing. Yeah. Load. Let me show you.
I'm always watching closely.
it's see, I dropped the frick out of the high. But if I put this, if I just balance it, there isn't a huge difference, but it's like it's more jarring to me, especially when you get to here. What is this? Actually, I don't know. EQ balance. Yay. Try and get that neutral sound. Yeah, I like to try and get a neutral sound because I like neutral sound and stuff, but everyone's different. I could just raise the frick out of the bass. Get that bass thumping. Okay.
It's 355.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap that. Okay. So what? Let's start with William. Let's see which because we're already on you. Let's see what you got.
Alright. So now it's more scalable. I can have like a longer column thing. I can have more than one. Say. I just have to figure out how to read it that's not using the array of the thing.
Of the textures.
Yes.
Oh. Ooh, jackpot.
But yeah.
I don't know if that's the best triple or the worst triple.
I mean, the numbers don't really mean anything. It's just the
I mean,
easiest
yeah.
way to. Yeah, I see.
Yes. Okay, Lily. What did you get there? Lily. What did you get done in this stream? Show us those the. Okay, well, could you talk about it?
One's a frying pan, one is a pot.
What kind of frying pan?
You gotta give us a little bit. Pretend this is in your gallery, and we're random people that are like, "What is it?"
How many quarts is this pan?
Okay, not random people. Pretend we're Ron. Pretend. Okay, sure. Pretend we're Rhonda. It's like, okay, so why a pan? I don't know what she asks.
Why a pan?
But you can come on, give us a little bit more of a sauce.
Tell us about the material of the.
I mean,
That's what I mean.
I'd rather cook with a pan than on a hot rock, so I don't know what it means by a pan.
Okay, tell us about the modeling process.
So the modeling process is that for a shape like a pan, I have to start with the main part of it first. So I don't start with the handle. You start with the pot, the part where you put the food in.
The pan.
Yeah, the pan part.
I don't know.
So basically, I just start with like a lot of like basic shapes, and then I work my way up from there. It's also a basic principle of drawing. You start with the shapes first, the basic overall silhouette, and then you add more detail as you go forward.
Like if you start with a cylinder.
Yeah, cylinder and a rectangle, and then I make the cylinder look less like a cylinder and more like a pan.
So you mentioned you were trying to round it out the edges. How did you do that?
I just use the bevel tool.
What is a bevel?
Bevel is when you chop off the corners of an object, so it's less sharp. So you make more corners, but even though there's more corners, it has a rounder appearance.
So do you prefer that to a fillet?
What?
Do you have fillets?
Fillet?
What is a fillet?
I don't know how it's pronounced. It is like spelled like fillet, but
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like it's just called a bevel tool, so I just use the bevel tool. Mine is all about like just applying a thing, and then you just move a lot of sliders and see which one you like setting like the best. Blender is more about sculpting, but I like using Maya better because the difference between Maya and Blender. So when you place an object in your workstation, you can change the attributes of the object, how many subdivisions it has, how many edges it has. Can you bevel the edges? Can I make it longer or shorter? But in Blender, when you place object, you can only edit it from where you just place it. You click off it, try to click on it again, try to edit it. It's locked like that. So I don't like that part of Blender. So I use Maya more often.
Right.
That's why Blender is free and why Maya is $1,000 a year.
Just because you can move things.
Yeah. Yeah, that more features.
Incredible.
Looks like you have wooden handles on the pod as well.
No, there's 2.
No, I mean like wood.
Yeah, wood. Because I don't like metal handles on pots. Personally.
Isn't that just dumb? Like, doesn't that just mean that the metal will just conduct the heat too?
Yeah, sometimes the handles are warm and it's alarming when I try to like move stuff.
What about the handle on the frying pan?
It doesn't reach that far. Because the thing is, it depends on how close your hands are to the hot surface.
I mean, but shouldn't there be like a rubber grip on it anyway?
I can add one later.
Alright, there you go. She can add one later. Alright, here's the song ending. They've been listening to it the whole time, so it's like... Oh, this is what it sounds like when it's done. I'm gonna... Oh, I was at 100% volume. Let's lower that way down. It probably should be faster now that I'm listening to it again. I don't know how it sounds sped up though.
Kind of sounds like Lean on Me.
Lean on. Oh, it kind of does. But yeah, that's how it always ends up though. It's like I show a song to someone, say this kind of sounds like, and I'm like,
I think you under the sun, they said.
yeah. What was someone said trash? Oh, Thomas. What did Thomas say? Trash Town sounded like? I think it was a Beatles song. Oh yeah, never mind. Not a Beatles song.
This one me a little bit of trash sound as well.
Well, because it's the same instrument. What if I did? Let me see how quickly I can speed this up. What do you want the BPM to be?
What's it at now?
76.
Double it.
Oh, okay. That's actually easy. It's just the plug to do that. Hold up. There has to be a faster way to do this. Is there a button that just like scrolls through the... Oh god, what do I do? Now it sounds like another song. Now it like, sounds kind of weird.
I don't like it.
Really? That part's not that bad. I think honestly, it could work if I just changed like the beginning part.
Oh shit.
You know what? Now it sounds like she did say she had to go at 4. Oh, never mind. It's something else. Yeah. So anyway, attention grabber away from whatever that was. Let me show you. Actually, let me show. Did I show you the clip for the Unfair Dodger song?
No.
The game. Because actually, the beat in that one does remind me of the beat in this one. Wait for it. I like the transition there. Anyway. I forgot how many drum
Okay,
parts
I have to leave.
Alright.
Bye bye.
Alright, goodbye.
Yeah.
You can,
So unceremonious.
Bye bye. Well, you said you had to go after.
Yeah, I know. I
so.
do have to go. So I'll just.
ceremony takes time.
Oh, now I have 2 cameras.
Double wed.
No, you just blocked the other camera. Just block the other camera with the camera. There, I get 2 cameras.
Side by side comparison.
On my good side and my bad side.
It's dark.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We should probably wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, I like this one because it's got like. I like how that one comes together. Okay, here you can outro to this jam and beat.
Alright. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for unplugging it. Like, it's completely destroying the preview range. Anyway,
Thank you for joining us. Our film stream today. See you next week. You said either board games or Doctor Stanton.
probably do board games first. Kind of depends.
Figure out what's playing.
This kind of video stuff.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, that's on my thing. Ah wait,
Did you close it?
no, that was the wrong button. Oh no, I never hit streaming.
Tonight, can you remind me to send you the FBX files?
Okay,
So we're gonna.
why don't we put the song in then?
Alright.
I did, yes.